The oldest fossils ever discovered suggest life on Earth began at least 3.5 billion years ago in modern-day Australia, a new study claims. Experts claim to have confirmed that microscopic fossils are the oldest ever found and the earliest evidence of life on Earth before an oxygen atmosphere existed. The revelation could suggest that the microbial life forms may be widespread in the universe. The microfossils, so called because they are not evident to the naked eye, were first described in the journal Science in 1993 by Professor William Schopf. Professor Schopf, director of UCLA Center for the Study of Evolution and the Origin of Life, published further supporting evidence of their biological nature in 2002. He collected the rock in which the fossils were found in 1982 from the Apex Chert deposit of Western Australia, one of the few places on the planet where geological evidence of early Earth has been preserved. But Professor John Valley, of the University of Wisconsin-Madison.Their says the new findings put these doubts to rest. The microfossils are indeed biological. Professor Valley said, "I think it's settled. The findings were made by researchers at UCLA and the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Their study describes 11 microbial specimens from 5 separate organisms, linking their form and structure to chemical signatures characteristic of life." They say the results show that the microfossils are from a primitive but diverse group of organisms, which could be widespread throughout the universe. Isotopes are different versions of the same chemical element that vary in their masses due to a different number of neutrons in the nucleus of each atom. How the findings were made? The findings were made using a state-of-the-art secondary ion mass spectrometer, SIMS, one of just a handful of such instruments in the world. Using this, the team was able to separate the carbon encompassing each fossil into its constituent isotopes and measure their ratios. Different organic substances, whether in rock, microbe or animal form, contain characteristic ratios of their stable carbon isotopes. The team was able to tease apart the carbon-12 isotopes from the carbon-13 within each fossil and measure the ratio of the two compared to a known carbon isotope standard and a fossil-less section of the rock in which they were found. Based on this information, the researchers were also able to assign identities and likely physiological behaviors to the fossils locked inside the rock. Professor John Valley, of the University of Wisconsin-Madison, said, "The differences in carbon isotope ratios correlate with their shapes." If they're not biological, there is no reason for such a correlation. Their C13 to C12 ratios are characteristic of biology and metabolic function. The microfossils, so called because they are not evident to the naked eye, were first described in the journal Science in 1993 by Professor William Schopf. Professor Schopf, director of UCLA Center for the Study of Evolution and the Origin of Life, published further supporting evidence of their biological nature in 2002. He collected the rock in which the fossils were found in 1982 from the Apex Chert deposit of Western Australia, one of the few places on the planet where geological evidence of early Earth has been preserved.